from a Canadian RVer. In this video, I'm doing one of my worth it or not videos, and I'd like to come back and talk about my two thermostats, my EasyTouch Wi-Fi and Bluetooth thermostats. And what you're looking at right now is, of course, the two thermostats right there. And now they're just set for air conditioning. And you can see by the little symbol there, that's air conditioning. Now, do I like them? Have I used them? Yes, I have. I've had the opportunity now to have both of them installed and use them in our getaway for the winter months in Florida, and they worked fabulous. So, but there's more than really what meets the eye here, and I'd like to talk about it, why I think I just love these units, for two reasons. Well, one is they're Bluetooth. So if you're laying in bed and want to control them locally, you can just bring up the app and you can control them. Once you have the Wi-Fi connected right there, you can just go into settings and you scroll over to Wi-Fi, touch that button, and it tells you right there, it's giving you that you're connected. It's a great connection. And so that's really cool. That's part of it that I don't know if it's documented or not, but I can show you a few more things that were quite interesting about this whole unit. So let's just go back. And we're going to go back to main. Now, this little part right here, it says freeze. And when I was talking to tech support, I couldn't figure out what that freeze meant. Now, if you have this model, which is for a Dometic, Brisk 2 is the model that I have, and this is the standard Dometic 3-wire digital model. And right now, when you have freeze on it, so if I was to turn on the air conditioner, there it is right there. Now it's running, and you can hear the unit behind me. In another few more seconds, it'll probably start up. And what this temperature right there is, that's the evaporator temperature. And you can just hear now the compressor started. And right there, so that is the temperature that the evaporator coil is working at. So that's where it's now pushing the air through, because you see my inside temperature is about 83 degrees and the freeze temperature is 83, which makes a lot of sense. Now that'll start dropping quite a bit as, of course, the compressor runs, right? So that's one nice little feature about that gives you an evaporator temperature, so you can keep an eye on your units. So let's stop it again. We'll turn it off. The compressor just stopped. And of course, the freeze temperature didn't change much because the evaporator didn't get very cold. So now we'll wait till it stops. But watch this. Because we're in air conditioning, we get the freeze temperature. If I touch one of my other, so there's my fan high, there's my fan. And if I click on the top part, you see I can control the fan. That's full, that's auto. But right there, that's now my furnace, which I have a propane furnace here too that this controls. But did you notice the freeze temperature is gone, which is really cool. And there's a lot of other little features you can do with this. For example, say let's just go to, where's another nice one to show you? Oh yeah, if you click on that, daytime, nighttime, you click through there. The brightness, reset all, the Bluetooth settings, the Wi-Fi settings, and the touch calibration. So what touch calibration does is, you see the little symbol at the corner here, you touch that corner, you touch the other corner, and this corner here, and now it says, hey, I like that. So you touch the parts right there, and you calibrate it. So there it is. Now the screen is calibrated. Another nice little feature here is, let me see if I can find it, faceplate adjustment, which is really cool there too. So for example, you see where it says 83 degrees and offset. Well, I knew that this wall here, when I had my thermal gun, I checked it to see it was 84 degrees, but it was hotter. So in other words, what I did is I used the offset temperature of the face. This is the controlling the face. This is not an offset temperature for the high limit on and high limit off. This is just calibration, as it says, faceplate sensor calibration for the faceplate only. So that's what that does right there. And since I've already done it, you see I've moved it down by -4 degrees. So when I had my thermal gun checking the wall here, it's the same temperature as my faceplate. So again, let's go back to that. We'll go back to settings. And again, if you click on here, that gives you the weather, which if you click on the clouds, tells you the temperature. And of course, being Wi-Fi connected, it tells you sunrise, sunset, the pressure, and the outside temperature and the humidity too. Really cool technology. So I love it. So is it worth it or not? Totally love the units, totally recommend them. You won't be recapping everything, your outside temperature, your inside temperature, the Wi-Fi is good, the control system, and here's where you change it to the various things. There's my heat coils and my air conditioners, because I have heat coils, not reversed air, and you can keep clicking on it. Now, this is really cool here too. Did you notice right here, it's got a picture of a snowflake and the furnace, and the freeze temperature came back on, because I can set a high and a low. In other words, I want the air conditioning to come on at 85 degrees, but if it drops below a certain temperature, I want the furnace to come on. Really cool technology, how you can actually trigger the two. So just by touching the face again, it lights it up. Again, the settings button and the on-off button right there. So again, we're going to keep switching through the sequences. There's also, this is cool too, you can go air conditioning and heat strip. So this is all the different things that it can control. There's my fan, and my fan's auto, it won't come on there. So I just press it again. Now I've gone back to air conditioning, and you notice the freeze temperature came back up. When I talked to the people at tech support, and I've got to say, the folks at tech support were absolutely amazing. Just amazing people. They were sending back emails for me on even weekends and stuff. I mean, don't know if that always happens, but is it worth it? Absolutely. I love the product. It's working great. I can control it from anywhere in the world, theoretically, with Wi-Fi. I can control it from home, and then when our big residential fridge is getting a little too warm in the RV here, I can have it send out a text message or a notification, and I'll show you the notifications. They're really cool how you can set all that up, but you set it up on your iPhone, your iPad, and I'll show you that right now. So here we are. What I've done, I've actually done this on my iPad to give you a bigger view. So I'm going to my front unit. There it is, loading, connecting. Now the temperature is 76 degrees. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go into notifications. And you can see where I can set a high limit, and I can move it around there as I'm doing. I'll go to my low limit and change that, which is really cool. And we're going back out again very quickly. Now I'm at the bedroom unit, my second unit. And here's where you can also check for updates. And you'll see it pops back. It says no update found, which is really nice to be able to update them off the web. Again, for the bedroom unit, we can set the high, low. We can go back, check the temperature. And right back to the main screen. We'll go back into the front unit just to recap everything. Notifications. They're set. They're perfect. Now, here is where you see them on your iPhone when it comes up, but something really cool. If you have a watch, it comes on your watch too with the new Apple Watch. This is a 6, and really cool technology. Love it. Highly recommend them. Give them a try. Call in. This is V from A Canadian RVer. Hope you've enjoyed the video. See you next time.